in music, number 1624, right here in Ithaca, New York. Happy Wednesday to you. It's Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's Wednesday. So a little bit of a late start. Had something come up, but we're good now. So here we are. Late coffee and music, but we're here and we're doing it. Sometimes it just be like that. Sometimes it just be like that, you know? Happy Wednesday. I saw on the news this morning in the gym that Val Kilmer had passed, which is kind of sad. I know that he had his own sort of troubles there. He was dealing with quite a bit of health issues. Val Kilmer, the famous actor, just did an awesome role as Doc Holliday in Tombstone, you know? How's it going, Francisco? Good to see you, Adrian. Good morning, Mike. Let's go. Good morning to you. So I was thinking about Val Kilmer this morning, and definitely his character in Tombstone there, Doc Holliday, definitely inspired how I wrote Doc Holliday in the song One Shot, who, you know, the story in that song is basically told from Doc Holliday's perspective, using Val Kilmer as that character, pretty much. So I wanted to start off this coffee music with One Shot for Val Kilmer. Good morning, everybody. Coming off the trail with Wyatt, Bat, James, and Virgil, and we were thirsty for some whiskey, but had not a penny to our names. My boots were too dusty and my muscles too tired to sit with some inbreds and lie through my teeth for a few card games, so the other four boys got a table and I moseyed on up to the bar. They often joked there was more silver on my tongue than in all of Tombstone. I said, barkeep, we came in only with our guns and good looks. We ain't good with the broom, ain't good with the books, but a drink would liven up our weary bones. What do you say? He said, empty your wheel gun out on the bar and we'll see how many rounds there are. One shot for one shot, and I only deal in 45s. One shot for the whole lot, and that leaves you with one shot for your life. Well, I looked at the bullets, but I looked longer at the bottle. As much as I hated to part with those 5 rounds, life's for taking chances, so I told the boys we had a deal and they all came up for their drinks. Then my eyes stopped at the stairs and big-nosed Kate and I were exchanging glances. Last time I saw her was when the Rangers took me from her bed, but she helped me escape before they could put a rope around my neck. She walked on over to where the mouth breathers were playing. One spouted a curse at her. I guess they weren't playing with a whole deck. I said, you got one shot to apologize, or I'll put one shot between your eyes. One shot for one shot, and I only deal in 45s. One shot is all you got one shot for your life. Then he said something dumb like he don't apologize to whores. So I figured he was asking for all the things that would come next. I still had my whiskey in my hand when he reached for his gun. But he was all wrist and it's all hip, so I kept my word a la tete. Then I was empty, but I hadn't spilled a drop. His friend made a move, I was quick to my knife. He knew he'd been beat by the shine of the blade. I finally drank and said, give me your bullets and I'll let you leave with your life. Well, before he ran, he let them fall to the ground, and I bought the boys and Kate another round. One shot for one shot, and I only deal in 45s. One shot is all you got one shot for your life. One Shot. That's off of the album Life is for Taking Chances. If you want to hear it on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, or anywhere else. That one's for Val Kilmer, who I saw on the news passed today from pneumonia. Unfortunately, I know he had a lot of health issues recently. So Val Kilmer, amazing actor, played Doc Holliday in Tombstone. And that one was for Val Kilmer. One Shot. One Shot, One Shot. Hey, Cohen, how's it going? I can't play any songs that are copyrighted by Johnny Cash that have been performed by him or written by him just because of the way that YouTube works. But I can play you a song that he covered. I can play the wreck of the old 97 in a minute. But I also know that Aaron asked for Old Boots Got Soul as well. Is Aaron here today, Brian, or did I show up too late? Because I know I'm streaming a little bit later than usual. How's it going? Good to see you, Harley. Dusty Wind in the house. T-Pow got the notification. That's what I'm talking about. Good to see you, Daniel. Harley. Good morning. And Diane. Good actor will be missed. I know, right? Such a bummer. But I know that he was having a lot of struggles, a lot of health issues there towards the end. So maybe it was kind of a relief for him. I don't know, but we'll definitely miss him no matter what. Let's talk boots of the day. It's Wednesday, so I'm going with my wingtips today. Tony Lama. This is Tony Lama 6951. I have like a 6951 and a 6915. I think this one up here is the 6915. So I always get them mixed up. I always gotta check. So this is the wingtips for Wingtip Wednesday. Got the lizard wingtips there, urban cowboy style. Awesome cognac foot and vamp and a good 2-inch heel on here. Just a classic boot from classic time in Tony Lama's history. I'm going with some Wingtip Wednesdays today. How about you? Let me know what boots you guys are rocking here in the live chat. Boots of the day. Aaron's here. All right, we got Old Boots Got Soul coming up. We'll close it out with Old Boots Got Soul. And I'll play some Wreck of the Old 97. Folsom Prison isn't copyrighted because you played it and in some shorts and haven't gotten copyrighted. Well, you got away with it because it's definitely copyrighted. It is 100% copyrighted. And Brian's rocking some Hondo 3416s today. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Good call. Good call on those Hondos. What else are you guys rocking? Let me know in the live chat. So here is one that he covered, though. Wreck of the Old 97. I do like Johnny Cash's version of this. I changed it up a little bit. Just the order of the verses. I got rid of one verse because it doesn't really make sense for 2025. What's good, Smiggy? How's it going? CJ Harlick boots today. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Boots of the day. Cohen's got his boots as well. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. All right, here's our here's some Wreck of the Old 97. Then we'll close it out with some Old Boots Got Soul, and then we gotta get at it here. T-Pow's rocking some Nakonas. That's what I'm talking about. Good choice. Love those Nakonas, especially the classic ones, the old ones. They used to make every single width. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Wearing your Stillwaters, Harley, but you bought some Durango Rebels. Nice. For some work boots for the new job coming up. Cool. Nice. What is the new job that you got? There's some cheap boats that your mom could afford. The IUV boots. Nice. Shannon's rocking some Python boots today. What a way to step out midweek. Nice. Yeah, I mean any of the boots that you can afford is good enough boots, You also bought some Cody James ropers. One pair was to get returned, but having trouble doing that. Oh, I hate when you get into some trouble returning the boots. Hey, Brian Little, good to see you. Good morning. Los Altos ostrich boots. The ostrich leg in the oxblood color. Nice. The that really dark sort of black cherry color. Whew. Size 14D. You never see them in your size in stores, but you got them online. Got yours through Amazon. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. Los Altos ostrich leg. What a way to step out midweek. You guys are walking out fancy here. I guess I am too with the lizard wingtips. I guess this is kind of fancy midweek. We're all stepping out in our fancy boots midweek. Harley's got some work to do in those still waters. That's comfy and good looking boot too. Oh, you don't want, that's the trouble. You don't want to send them back. You put yourself into that little mess. There's definitely worse trouble you can find yourself in. All right, Colin, thanks for the request on some Johnny Cash. Here is Wreck of the Old 97, which is an old train wreck ballad that was covered by Johnny Cash. They gave him his orders at Monroe, Virginia, saying, Steve, you're way behind time. This is not the 38, it's the old 97, and you must put her in dispenser on time. So he turned and he said to his tired, greasy firemen, shovel on a little more coal. And when we reach those White Oak Mountains, you can watch old 97 roll. Well, it's a mighty rough road from Lynchburg to Danville on the line with a 3-mile grade. It was on this grade that he lost his air brakes. You can see what a jump he made. He was going down the grade making 90 miles an hour when his whistle broke into a scream. He was found in the wreck with his hand on the throttle, scalded to death by the steam. A message arrived from Washington Station, and this is how it read. Those two brave men who pulled old 97 are laying in Danville dead. But they gave him his orders in Monroe, Virginia, saying, Steve, you're way behind time. This is not the 38, it's the old 97, and you must put her in dispenser on time. A little wreck of the old 97, R.I.P. the boy Val Smiggy Balls, yes. Kicked off the coffee music here today by playing One Shot for Val Kilmer, because his character there in Tombstone, Doc Holliday, definitely inspired the personality in the story there that I wrote for One Shot. You're wearing 2K boots to... What do you got? What do you got, Smiggy? The C&J Harlock boots, 2K. Damn. Feeling like a zombie after waking up from a 12-hour night shift. Damn. Getting those hours, Primas. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks, Brian. I like those wingtips too. Thank you. You got those Python boots, Shannon. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Snakeskin is so nice. Such a good look. All right. Do you think Tecovas are good, kind of cheap boots? Well, not anymore. They used to be good, kind of cheap boots, but they're not really kind of cheap anymore. I would say that they're not kind of cheap for what they are. I would say if you're looking for a nice cheap boot is to do kind of what I do and go on to the secondhand marketplaces. So this boot here that I'm wearing today, this is the boot, the Tony Lama 6951. I got this off of shopgoodwill.com for, I guess it was around $100. I did get into a little bit of a bidding war, but my size was there. It's got the original outsole and heel cap. Didn't even have the impression of the other person's foot in the bottom. So these are pretty much new stock, basically. They were only worn a couple times. I might have worn them more than the original person who had them. So I would say if you're looking for good kind of cheap boots, it's just to go to Shop Goodwill, eBay, maybe Facebook Marketplace. Of course, eBay is going to be the safest, but it's also just a touch more expensive than the other two. So I would say try secondhand marketplaces, thrift stores, things like that. It's really beneficial to find a pair of boots within a smaller budget, and you can find some really good stuff. If you keep your eyes open. Smiggy says, rather buy Hondo or Ariat for cheap. I agree. I would rather have Hondo or Ariat over Tacovas now as well. Hondo for sure. But Hondo and Tacovas are about the same price. And Hondo is far better. It's like not even close. Hondo is way better than Tacovas. Gotta love it. Got some used Lacases off of eBay. Woo! Yeah, you know it, Primaz. Nice wingtips. Is Facebook Marketplace a good place for buying boots? I think so. I think you can get some good boots on there. Just be careful because, it's like a person-to-person kind of marketplace. So there's lots of opportunity for some sketchy things to happen. You might get taken advantage of. But, you can play it safe. There's definitely ways to go about it. Make sure everything is good, is going well. Hansmo, are you kidding me? This is party all over the place. Party all over. Literally, Hondo makes a boot on par with Rios of Mercedes. It's not a bad take. I'm going to say that's not a bad take, Smiggy. T-Pow says, think Hondo is the best boot for the price. Also own Anderson Bean and Tacovas. Yeah, it's crazy what Hondo can make for the price. It's crazy. And they can make all the sizes too. So, I would say you can do better than Tacovas. Tacovas has a lot of money to market their boots, but it doesn't seem like they're putting as much money into the actual product is all I'm going to say. You can get better boots for the same price, if not less. The arch is a little weird for you on your Hondos? Yeah, I could see that. I can see that. Sometimes the lasts don't hit just right. No, I'm just late, Primaz. I'm just late today. I'm going to try... I was about an hour late today. What happened with Tacovas? They just got expensive for no reason. They didn't change anything. So they got sold, or they hired the guy from Uggs, the CEO. He used to work at Uggs, the Ugg boots. Maybe he's still part of it. Maybe they have a little bit of interest, a little bit of stock or whatever in Tacovas. But what happened is they're just trying to, get more and more popular, just trying to grow like nuts. And they're succeeding in that, but they're going crazy with the boot prices, and they didn't change anything with the boots. They haven't made them better. Like, they're still using a weak ass shank. They're still using Celastic heel counters. They're still doing the same old stuff, and their prices have gone through the roof. It's like they're trying to get more than inflation. They're trying to get more money for the same stuff. And it's like, I'm not sure that you should be doing that, especially if you're not providing any extra value. So that's what they're doing. I wouldn't have a problem if they were just, staying in their lane, but they're trying to be more of a brand than what the product actually shows. You want a $900 pair of gator skin boots from eBay? Woo! That's what I'm talking about. I want a pair of those too. I want a pair of $900 gator skins. Yeah, right, T-Pow? They could definitely get more. And they do have a good return policy. That is true. They did figure that out. Jacova's Uggs next crossover? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, Hansmo. We might be joking, but hey, in this timeline, expect it. All right, guys, I got to do one more song here for Aaron, and then I got to get at it. So here's Old Boots Got Soul. That giant gator skin, bias cut. Bias cut's the best, Cohen. How's it going, Sebastian? Good to see you. Here's Old Boots Got Soul. Step out in the morning on an uneasy day. The world is split and unsure, so I'm sure to step in the strongest way. With every footfall, I'll remember who I am. Each and every memory helps strengthen how I stand. We are cracked, but we shine. There ain't a belief or dead end that can keep us confined. Old boots got soul, so I patch them when they need it. And this life has a toll, so I bandage when I'm bleeding. Old boots got soul, we carry on this way so we get better every day. I come home in the evening after a hard working day. I'm proud of what I've done, even if it's just for a little pay. I kick off my boots before we do it all again, always remembering where I'm going and never forgetting where I've been. We are cracked, but we shine. Every step for decades will be mine. Old boots got soul, so I patch them when they need it. And this life has a toll, I bandage when I'm bleeding. Old boots got soul, we carry on this way so we get better every day. Yeah, getting better every day. Yes, old boots got soul, so I patch them when they need it. And this life has a toll, so I bandage when I'm bleeding. Old boots got soul, we carry on this way so we get better, yeah, every day. Little Old Boots Got Soul. Thanks for the request, Aaron. Appreciate you. Yes, Old Boots Got Soul. S-O-U-L. Hansmo, you know it. Woo! All right, it's time for me to get at it here. Lots to do on this Wednesday. Love you guys so much. Sorry I was a little bit late today for everybody coming through and maybe watching the replay. Sorry I missed it. I know I try to get on here as often as possible. I'm pretty consistent, but every once in a while it happens, and I appreciate your patience and dealing with that. Shout out again to Val Kilmer. R.I.P. What a great actor. And wishing him the best wherever he may be now. Love you guys so much. Let's kick ass, take names, and have a little fun while we're at it. You know how it goes. Tomorrow morning I'm going to be on Instagram at 9 a.m. And I'll see you guys around.